Let's talk about how they never liked you and they only wanted you to suffer. Let's go into some of these comments that I saw while I was online a while back. The question came up: when did you discover someone close to you did not like you? Some of these comments are mind blowing, but then some of them truly do resonate, and I wish they didn't. So let's check out a few of them, shall we? She says, when Shawty sent me a post of a past situationship getting engaged after I was in a healthy relationship for over a year instead of congratulating me on graduating college. Okay, so the next one says, wasn't my best friend, just close. However, anytime someone complimented me on my hair, she had to let them know I also had weave sewn in. She would purposely upload unflattering pictures of me on IG. Wow. The next one says, when I shared sensitive information with her, and the next time I went to her house for a party, everyone knew my business. This one says, when she would just stare at me with this look of hate, and I would catch her. When she would try to take embarrassing pics of me to send to guys I talk to. Oh. This one, when I started a business and she pretended not to notice a single post, never promoted or nothing, but suddenly started promoting everyone but me, but was always on my website. I had a person like that did that to me. That is sick. That is disgusting. And then the last one, she started copying everything I did and only wanted to hang out just to keep tabs on my life. If I said I wanted something, she would do it and get it before I could. I told her she needed help. These are crazy, but this is the reality of a lot of people's lives. And it's sinister and it's dangerous. And when you finally step back and you observe and you start noticing a pattern, it is so heartbreaking and so soul crushing. And it really does alter your reality because I mean, to just have people around you who genuinely do not care for you, but just sitting around you, strategically sabotaging and undermining your efforts to progress and be better in life is so dark and demented. But this is the reality for a lot of people who are destined for success or who are actively striving for it. I'm not sure if I'm telling my age here, but back in the day, around that 2005, 2006 mark, it used to be a song by the Clips called Mr. Me Too. And he was like, because everything I say I got, you say me too. I say I got a Benz, you say, yeah, me too. Well, how do we get ahead of the curve or how do we combat this Mr. and Mrs. Me Too behavior as it relates to people trying to copy you and failing, undermining you and sabotaging your efforts? I did a little interactive decoding, so check out the breakdown. Just Nisha says, why do they copy everything, every single thing I do? I'm sick of it because you're sick of it. And every time I'm about to leave, you're about to get me passionately into it again. They copy you, Nisha, because they know that you are going to be provoked. Now, I'm gonna go back into this real quick. Sometimes, and I really do mean this, when a person is obsessed with being you, they lose focus of reality. Like they're not connected to reality. So the delusion, like it's I don't know if it's some split, I don't know what it is, but they're delusional and they become so obsessed with convincing other people that they're you and the rewards that it brings them, right? So if them pretending to be you makes them appear more attractive, more appealing, people are impressed by their talking points, but these are your talking points. But they'll just reword your talking points or they'll say your talking points word for word. So if people are impressed with their thought process, which is really yours, they're impressed by their mindset, which is really yours, they're impressed by the way that they present themselves to the world, which is really you. It's bringing them some level of satisfaction and some level of validation from other people. So it's a reward. And they become so mad because even though it's bringing them some level of reward, it's not enough. It's not enough.
because they have to keep studying you, and they have to keep studying you, but the obsession is, I got to get you off the scene, right? I have to get you off of the scene where people can't see you. I can't have you be seen by other people as yourself because I'm pretending to be you. So I have to try to replace you by being you. So I have to provoke you and make you so mad that you will go somewhere and do something else, the way that you naturally talk, the way you naturally dress, and then go dress a different way. Go do something else. But they're trying to force you off your life's path. This is your soul. This is your organic, natural, authentic being. They want to bully you out of you. So this is a way that they try to rob you from you by taking your natural essence, putting it on, wearing it, receiving the benefits of it, and then provoking you to either go hide, right? Because then people are like, well, let me move in silence. That's okay if you go and move in silence. But I always say, don't move in silence so much to where you become invisible. No, nobody can see you. No, no one can hear you. What's the point of being on this planet if you have to go run and hide somewhere and you don't get to be able to live out loud? And other people are courageous enough to say, to hell with all of these haters, I'm still going to live my life. If other people can be courageous and do it, why can't you? If you're that sensitive, you need to work through your traumas, recover from them, and then have the audacity to be yourself, even with all these little hanger-ons and these little fake wannabe copycats. Because in the words of Slim Shady or Eminem, when he came out with that song, I'm Slim Shady, all these other Slim Shadys are just imitating. I'm Eminem too. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the trailer park. But it was a lot of people putting on this costume, and this was his authentic self, straight out of Detroit, coming from poverty, having a story, singing his blues song, and being himself. And he got rewarded for his authenticity. Where it was other people who struggle with identity, they want to get that same type of attention from people, you know? And so even if it's not even conventional, it doesn't matter. It's getting you some type of magnetic connection with people. And so people who struggle with their identity, they don't like the way they look, they don't like the way they sound, they don't like the way they talk, they don't like the way they walk, they don't like a lot of things about themselves. And they're not willing to work through their issues to discover certain unique qualities. They see someone else being bold enough to do it, then that's when they want to try to put you on for size. And then they become so infatuated, as I said, then they want to replace you by getting you off the scenes. That's when they try to traumatize you into becoming something else. Maybe they can hurt you and bring you to your knees through pain, and then you become a shell of yourself. And now, as I said, either you're going to go somewhere and hide, or maybe you'll turn to drugs or alcohol or whatever. And maybe you'll be, you know what I'm saying, less pretty, less handsome, less talented, because you're so depressed that now you smoke weed. Now you're alcoholic now. Now you're giving your body to everybody because they've brutalized you behind the scenes. They've psychologically tortured you, emotionally tortured you, financially abused you, got you fired everywhere. Like, they will bring you to your knees through trauma and pain and heartbreak, that now you become something else. So all of the things that made you so attractive, keep in mind you were at ease and at peace when you were all of those things. But if they can bring you enough pain, maybe that pain will turn you into maybe a vagabond, a bum, a sad person, a mad person, someone who's jaded and angry all the time. Now, someone that used to be a people person, you can just work the room and you were just always so social. Now you are jaded and mean and angry and a recluse. You don't talk to nobody. You don't go anywhere. Now they're out at all the parties. This is how people take you from you. Now they're out at all the parties. You used to go to school and you were getting all of these, advanced degrees. Now they're able to focus and concentrate, and now they're able to go to school now. Now you're so depressed, you withdrew from school to take off a semester, or to just take out of school altogether because you're so down in the dumps. This is how they do it. These are the games that sadistic people play when they want to be you at all costs. That's it. When I did the investigation, I stepped back and I was actually on the receiving end from a man. It was women who had tried to do this to me, very unsuccessful. But when this man tried to do that to me, it was a guy that I had loud in my life or what have you for a couple of years. And then I was like, okay, yeah, we're not compatible. This is not going to work. Walked away from that. That man tried to torture me and really wanted me off this planet and had tried to convince everyone that he was the one that was mentally stable. He was the intelligent one. He was the charming one. He was the one who was well cultured. This man is nothing like that. And when I peeped game and I decided to continue to be myself, even though this person tried to rob me from me, he tried to take all my friends, he tried to take all my relatives. This guy had really flipped my life upside down so bad that he tried to turn so many people against me and make people see me as something that I wasn't. When I made a decision to continue to be myself, even though this guy was trying to bully me behind the scenes and in front of everyone, and I don't think people really knew, but they have their own jealousy and they have their own insecurities as it pertains to me. But it didn't matter. I decided to stay on my own path. You're not going to bully me out of being me. So as long as I was being me, whenever people came in close proximity where we were both right there in the same area, people can compare and contrast. And he would be so mad that other people would gravitate to me because he was telling everyone one thing, but when people get a chance to see me, their experience was totally different. The guy he said all kinds of horrible things about me, and these were opposite of what I am. And as long as I stay authentically me, in time, the lies did not add up. And when people got a chance to really see me, and that's why I made this decision to stay on the scene. I stayed on the scene because when people come and see me publicly, they can they can use that as a deciding factor as if what this person is saying is true or not. And as long as I was consistently me, you're saying that she's doing all that, it's really you. And that's how I was able to get my vindication by being myself. Now, that same person that was trying to copy me and bully me is evident. It's evident that I'm nothing that he said. And so what happens is they go back into their default setting. You cannot copy a high vibrational person and maintain it unless you're doing the work. You can only put on airs, but for so long. After a while, you cannot have the maintenance of that energy because you're not doing the work for the energy. The Bible says that you will know them by their fruit. In order to get the fruit of the Spirit, you have to do the labor of the Spirit. That takes sacrifice, obedience, consistency, persistency, discipline. They don't have any of that. So, how can you maintain an energy that high, that advanced, if that's not your natural default setting? So what happens is if you remain yourself and you keep putting in the work and self-mastery and discovery and development and discipline, you're going to naturally consistently maintain that energy. So you're going to be up there, graduating from glory to glory, and people are going to see it. And what's going to happen to that person is, because they're going to be enraged, and keep in mind, anger, it creates density in the energy, in an energetic field. So what happens is they drag themselves down by being mad at you. They're pissed off because why won't you let me bully you off the scenes of life? Go hide. Go hide. I'm traumatizing you. Go hide. But because you won't go hide, it's making them more mad, and then they become more envious, and those are all low vibrational emotions. And so their energetic auric field, it gets dragged down further and further and further. So what happens is, to take away that uncomfortable feeling, they start to engage in self-destructive behavior, and before you know it, they're doing more drugs and more alcohol, honey, and more promiscuity, and before you know it, everybody get to see how much of a mess they are. Like, what? Yeah, you were the promiscuous one. You were the one. Everything you said that they were, that's actually you. And in time, people will see it. Yep, and that's the dangerous part, because people can't unsee what they see. And people can't stop knowing what they know. And it's now like an open, exposed secret that got revealed. And while they were trying to pull the rug from underneath your feet, that becomes their reality. And all you have to do is be yourself. Let people copy you. They can't maintain it. Girl, they can't maintain you. The person who did it first got the full experience. You going behind them is just you're putting on the appearance. It's an optic. It's an optical illusion, but it's not real. So you can't even feel the enjoyment or get the full pleasure experience. Once I understood that a person cannot get the pleasure out of being me because you didn't get to experience it, I stopped being mad. I stopped being mad because I'm the one winning and you're the one cheating yourself out of life. You're cheating your way through life, but you're not experiencing or living it. That's a messed up way to live. And once it's all said and done, I don't know how those people can look at themselves in the mirror. I don't even think they look at themselves in the mirror. It has to bring on a whole bunch of shame and guilt because it's a dirty little secret that they're cheating their way through life by retracing people's steps. But you can't look at yourself because you don't even know who the hell you are. And when you look at yourself, you feel ugly. You feel rejected by life. You feel exposed when you look at yourself in the mirror because yourself is looking back at you like you dirty little cheat. You know, you're nothing. That's what yourself is looking back at you saying because you're abandoning yourself. You've abandoned yourself to try to be all of these other people. Oh, your soul will haunt you like a ghost. Oh, your guilty conscience will eat you alive. You can't even go to sleep at night peacefully without the aid of maybe some pill or drinking yourself into a stupor before you can even close your eyes. Oh, good God Almighty. There must be hell on earth. So, anyway, once you understand that, you stop being mad. If you notice that you have a lot of people copying you bar for bar, word for word, don't be alarmed. They want you to watch them and pay attention to them. And they just want to, put on for other people the way they feel like the world responds to you. And once you understand that, you'll know that, hey, it doesn't matter. I still have to engage in my own level of self-mastery. That's a very taxing place to be, living your life, wasting your entire life, waiting for other people to live their life to then try to retrace that. They're never going to be able to get the same effect because they're not engaging in any active development. You have to actually put your life to practice to get a full life experience. You can't just mimic everybody and think you're going to maximize this experience. Life is to be experienced. You can't just mimic everyone and think you're going to feel something. You're never going to feel life. You're never going to get a chance to engage in this song and dance that is life because you're pretending. So the feeling is not going to be the same. So the pleasure that comes along with authenticity and actually experiencing everything about this life genuinely is you get to connect with everything. You can connect with the birds, you can connect with the air, you can connect with dogs and cats and children and babies. You can connect with all of that because it's all encompassing God and it's all encompassing life. And you're doing it as yourself. So you can genuinely feel happy. You can genuinely feel peace. These people, they can't feel anything. You're pretending to be happy like that other person. You're pretending to be at peace and balance like the other person. It's a pretend. So you don't get a chance to feel it. It's a placebo effect, copying people. You can't feel it. Who want it's just like you laying down and having intimacy, but you can't feel it. What's the point of being intimate in life and you can't feel it? You know what I mean? So once you understand that this person cannot feel, oh my God, what a pity. Copying someone, but you can't get the same experience because it's not you.
Okay, Shifting Family, down in the comments, share with us the moment you discovered that someone close to you, whether it was a friend, a family member, or ex lover, did not like you and that they either wanted to be you or they wanted to sabotage you. What was that moment?